What's up, YouTube? It's Oblivion Dual Sex, and today we're going to do a guide on how to be a Yugituber for all of you people that want to grow as a Yugituber. And I asked the 10 questions, and today we have Paul from Team APS.
Hey, what's up?
So, like how it goes, Paul. I ask you 10 questions, and you answer them any way you want. I literally, there are no restrictions at all.
Okay.
So, first question is, how did you get into YouTube?
Um, well, I've always liked YouTube, and I've always liked videos, like videography. I've been into like cameras and making videos and like editing stuff. But with Yugitube, I would say that it's kind of like I played Yu-Gi-Oh, and I had this weird idea in my head that if you played Yu-Gi-Oh, you were like obligated to upload videos or something. I don't know where I got that idea in my head from, but like, because I played and I would like go on YouTube and like look up decks and watch like pack openings. Pack openings were my favorite kind of video at first. I don't know why. They just were like, it was suspenseful and fun. And so I just got into it because I was like, well, I've got a camera and I don't really have anything else to actually record. So I just was like, I'll just record some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff and put it up, and maybe I'll be famous or something.
What did you expect when you uploaded your first video?
Uh, I think I don't remember exactly how old I was, but I think like most people who just start, I was like, I'm gonna upload this, and like the next morning it's gonna have 10,000 views, and I'm gonna be famous, and that didn't happen. A few less zeros than that, but yeah, I expected it to just be like an overnight wonder, and then like people would just be like, oh, please upload more, and it didn't happen that way, but that was the idea.
What kept you going for since you don't? This question is intended for Yu-Gi-Oh and Yu-Gi-Tubing. What keeps you Yu-Gi-Tubing since you don't play Yu-Gi-Oh anymore for the time being?
Yeah, with YouTubing, well, at first, what like kept me going was pretty much I had nothing really else to do. So, like I said, I just had this camera and I liked to record stuff, and I only had like Yu-Gi-Oh cards really, and so I was like, I'm gonna just keep putting this stuff up and hope it like goes somewhere. And I had this weird idea. I know better now, but like at first I was like, if I just upload a bunch of stuff, then eventually it'll have to get like popular and fame. Like I'll get famous that way. And so like I just had this thing where I was like, I'll just upload a video like every single day, and even if it's the same deck I showed yesterday, I'll just upload it again, and it'll work. And um, I'd say that I know better now, but now what probably keeps me going is the fact that there's like now a bit of an audience attached to what I'm doing. So I have people who consistently comment and people who like consistently like look forward to the new stuff, and so I feel a bit more obligated to do it. And I would say that like I'm not very like money motivated, um, because I know like some people are, but YouTube isn't profitable at all. But I'm not really like motivated by money or really even like getting to be like a big name YouTuber anymore. Now it's just like just giving back to people who like watch and like really care about these vids and like leave comments. So I think that it keeps it to where like there's a reason for me to keep uploading. It's not just selfish.
Who helped you get more popular as a YouTuber?
Uh, well, honestly, I think that like my trip from like I'd say 1 to maybe 1,000 subscribers was literally me just toughing it out. Like I uploaded a whole lot of stuff, a lot of trash, honestly. Looking back, and I just toughed it out to 1,000, and then around 1,000 subscribers, and that was like 2 years after I started. It's easier now. Around 1,000 subscribers, I started doing like vid swaps and some guest uploads. I think that the first major person I vid swapped with was like um the first major person, so maybe like SS Jason 19, I believe that's his channel. I vid swapped with him right around like 1,000 subscribers, and then after that I just sort of vid swapped with different people. I feel like it's helpful. At first I didn't think like vid swaps were really great, but then I realized that the key is you kind of like got to vid swap with people who have about as many subscribers as you, but just maybe a little bit more and maybe a slightly different audience. And then when you do that, you get a lot more exposure to like people who don't already watch you and people who don't have like some predisposed opinion of your channel. And so I vid swapped with him, and then since then, I mean, I've been talking with a lot of people. Team D Boys, Alinthio, Kanye West 315. I've been on Galactic Odds channel, Slim X Team Symmetry's channel, Mickey Vlogs.
I miss Mickey.
I know, I want him to come back. If you watch this, but maybe you won't, but if you do watch this, you need to come back. Everybody wants. Like, I really do want him back, like, because he's like a he's a different breed of Yugituber. He was good for this community. Like we needed someone like him in the midst of like all of the whole like, because he wasn't like another like Yu-Gi-Oh circle jerk Yugituber. You know, like he actually like was, I don't know, whatever. That's off topic, but he needs to come back.
This question is basically because, would you ever do a different card game or discuss anime on your channel? Because I guess people get hecka butthurt when you do something that's non-Yu-Gi-Oh related and they hit that unsubscribe button so fast.
Yes, they do. I if I had to do a different card game, I would have to just switch entirely. I think, which would be like horrible and people would hate it. But I would hate to have to try to do like two card games. I know a few channels that can like they jump between like their Magic and their Vanguard and all that. But I would have to do if I changed card games, it would have to be like one, and it would just like I'd have to like leave Yu-Gi-Oh alone. But I won't ever do that because unlike most people, I don't play multiple card games. I've never ever tried to play Magic, never tried to play Vanguard. I think I touched Pokemon TCG for mere like hours. I don't really like other card games. I only really like Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's weird because I know like most people are just all about jumping between them, but I really don't think I would ever do a different card game. Everybody says Vanguard. I don't know why that's so popular
I
now.
don't even know. Vanguard is so like boring.
I haven't. Yeah, I mean, I don't. I mean, I can't say anything like bad about it. I guess because like I haven't played it, so I shouldn't judge. But like everyone's just like card fight, card fight. Like, do you play card fight? And it's like, no, I don't know what that is. I mean, and then no anime. I if I did anime, which I mean, I don't really like watch all that much anime, but if I did, I would honestly just want it to be on a different channel because then it would start to feel not like relevant at all to what the channel already is, and people would get mad, like you said. So I think that just it would have to just be on its own channel. But I'm not really about discussing anime. Like I don't have that much to say about it. If I enjoyed it, I enjoyed it. If I didn't, I didn't. But I know like some people are all into their like character debates and their storyline discussion. But
I know I gotta watch the new Naruto episode after this.
yeah, people at my local card shop, they're all about like they're like oh the new like manga blah 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 got leaked and like they're like pictures and they're like what's gonna happen and I'm just sort of like well I don't know. I mean, I don't really keep up, but
What's the deck you hate the most in your Yu-Gi-Oh career, and explain?
um, it's between two, and they're for really like two different reasons. Like, and they're both decks I'm sure everybody hates. The first one is obviously like Light Sworns. Well, maybe that's not obvious, but I think like no one really quite likes Light Sworns. I don't mind, the idea of the deck. It's fine, It's just that like it kind of breaks the rules of like how card advantage works, and I'm one of those players who's like all about, I feel like plus ones, neg ones, and like they should be. You should have to like work for plus ones and things like that. And if you like take neg ones, then you deserve to lose because like you knew that you were doing that. But with Light Sworns, it just sort of throws it out the window because there's so many like free pluses in the deck. I mean, and I hated them before now. Like I'm not even talking, today's dragon swords. I'm talking like 2009, 2010 light swords where it was just
Light of Destruction with like triple honest.
yeah, just like three honest, three necro, and like all the builds ran three wolf, and wolf just like came out for free, and at that time like a 2100 level 4 just like for free. It was really annoying, and then like JD and like this is all before JD even. It's just the fact that like wolf and everything is like free pluses, and then like you kind of have to like deal with that, and then like JD comes and just board wipes, and it's like that's not fair. And the second deck would be Evil Swarms, and I know that's another one that no one likes because it's like like every archetype like is when you play an archetype, it's like it does whatever it does. But like Evil Swarms, you're not facing the Evil Swarm monsters. You're just facing Ophion. Like the Evil Swarms are strictly just a means to an end. Like no one cares what the plant one does or what caster does. That you summon them, you go into Ophion, you sit, and some decks can't get around Ophion no matter how hard they try, and so it's like you're not facing Evil Swarms, you're facing Ophion, and Ophion doesn't let them play Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's just
What deck do you love the most and why? It can be
X-Sabers are definitely my favorite deck. I mean, I've got others, but X-Sabers are like probably they get the top spot because with X-Sabers, and I mean like I know X-Sabers for a while, like they had like Rescue Cat Cold Wave, and that was broken
oh my
Sabers, but
god.
yeah, it wasn't. Oof. But like just today's X-Sabers are fun because it 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 kind of fits my play style of I like to be a little defensive, a little bit passive, kind of just float and collect pluses and see how much I can get my opponent to like commit before I actually like react to what they do. And it's really satisfying to win with X-Sabers. Like when you win with them, it's like nothing was handed to you for free because none of the X-Saber effects are really like just play and profit effects. I mean, Image Blade's just like a giant rat. Dark Souls, like arguably worse Goblin Zombie, and like Fullhelm Knight and Pastoral will just have random arbitrary effects. They don't plus like nothing really like pluses. Nothing's free. They don't have like a bear, wolf bark, and all that stuff. You just kind of have to like work with them, and then when you finally are able to like really explode, they're really strong, and they can like counter a lot of fields. They have a lot of outs, and they've got like the Gotham's loop. So when you win, you feel like you won, not your deck won.
How long have you played Yu-Gi-Oh?
Well, currently I don't like play the physical game, but I mean like I play on Dueling Network, so you could say I've played for it's 2014 right now. I guess 6 years. I got into it. I got into it like in like early grade school, but like I'm not gonna count that because that was it. But I started playing I guess competitively in like 2008, like late 2008, and so I guess you could say around 6 years, more or less. Four, maybe. I mean, I stopped playing the physical card game in like 2010 or 11, but you could say 6 years because I mean I've always kept up with it, and I still like playing Dueling Network and all.
What's your main goal as a Yugituber?
Well, the weird thing about Yugitubing is at first I was like, I want to be a big Yugituber, which I guess you could say means like 10,000 maybe subscribers, and that is like my current goal. Is I want to hit 10,000 and be like, yes, I like reached it. I can sort of slow down and just bask in some of the fame or whatever. But something I realized, especially this last year, is like no matter what subscribers milestone you reach, you're never really satisfied. So I started caring a little bit less about just gaining subscribers and more about like being like a giving back type channel, because I want to be like the type of person where like if a new YouTuber or like maybe one with less subscribers wants me to critique their channel or suggest improvements, like I'd rather not just be the guy who's just like, yeah, okay, just keep YouTubing and it'll be fine, or like I'll just upload your guest video and not ever talk to you afterward. I want to be like the person who's I can like go to channels, I can, critique and tell you maybe what you should change, and of course, do guest uploads and all that, and also like offer resources. Like recently, that's something I did was I just sort of sat down. I was like, honestly, most people don't have like they don't know what screen recorder to get, or they don't have like editing software, or like they don't know how to really make thumbnails, and so I just sort of compiled all of these resources together, and I was like, I'm just gonna like put this out there and have it as like anyone can use this so they can improve their channels. Because I mean, if I'm not YouTubing forever, which I guess I obviously won't be, then someone's got to like pass the torch. So I feel like that's more of my goal at this point than really being like the biggest YouTuber.
Okay, now here is the super duper ultimate hard question that many people fail to get right. I'm playing. There is no right answer. Are there any shout outs you would like to give?
um, I Shout out to Alec and Alex, the twins. They are in a lot of my videos. Without them, my videos would be much more bland, and you'd only hear me. So having them is fun because they have like different personalities. Shout out to Trell. He's like also another live stream in my channel because like he's really entertaining and he like has a lot of good Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge to transfer. And I'd say like shout out to Team D Boys. He's Tom from Team D Boys. We talk a lot and like do a lot of like YouTube theory craft, I guess, best practices and like what's worked for each of us. And then shout out to the subscribers because what would I be without them, right?
True. Yeah, and thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Paul, for joining me.
No problem.
Give a shout out to Team APS. Their link will be in the description. And I'll see you guys next time with another Yu-Gi-Oh interview. Bye.